This is a comparison between Benjamin Sesko and Viktor Yokeresa. If you are to ask any Arsenal fan or supporter or even pundits, they will tell you this season, if there's one thing that Arsenal is looking for, is a striker on this transfer window. Because look, so many opportunities Arsenal did not manage to score, and clearly anybody will tell you a striker is what Arsenal needs. Now, if you try and check who are the strikers that Arsenal is interested in, there's actually two names that keeps on popping up. That is Benjamin Sesko and of course Viktor Gyökeres. Now on this video I'm going to try and give you the statistics of how these two players performed this season that has just ended, so that we can have a decision and see who is the better striker for Arsenal between these two players. Straight up, I'm gonna begin with Benjamin Sesko. Now Benjamin Sesko is a 21-year-old RB Leipzig player currently, and it only means that should we bring Benjamin Sesko to Arsenal, it only means he has got like around 7 to 10 years of service to Arsenal. So which means longevity, which means at some point if he were to improve, Arsenal has got an opportunity of actually selling him at a very high amount of money, because you know what, he's not yet even at his prime. Now another attribute is Benjamin Sesko is 195 centimeters. This only means that he is very tall. That is 6 feet 5, and this one is an additional attribute because it means that since Arsenal is good at set pieces, Benjamin Sesko with his height can really come in and of course be able to help Arsenal in putting more pressure on opponents or during set pieces, and also is also going to be very good on assisting Arsenal while defending set pieces from opponents. Now those aerial balls, or aerial duels, this one Benjamin Sesko, the height is just top notch. Another thing, looking at the market price of Benjamin Sesko is around 63 million. But RB Leipzig is willing to let him go between a fee of 58 and 80 million, and so it's a matter of negotiating, Arsenal negotiating for a better price that they would take him for. Now, Benjamin Sesko preferred foot is right foot, and after playing 33 matches on the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig, he was able to score 13 goals on the Bundesliga and of course got 5 assists. Now, according to Fortmob rating, Benjamin Sesko rating is 7 flat. Now, let's take a look at other attributes of Benjamin Sesko or how he performed on other leagues. Now, generally or in total, he scored 21 goals and basically 13 of those goals were on the La Liga, 4 of those goals were on the Champions League, and of course 4 of those other goals were on the DFB Pokal. Total of 21 goals. Now, on the other hand, we've got Viktor Gyökeres. Now, Viktor Gyökeres is a 26 years old Sporting CP player. Now, looking at the age on its own, it only means that at 26, at his prime, he can actually come in and of course be able to play like around 5 seasons for Arsenal, and 5 seasons that are very strong. Now, comparing him to Benjamin Sesko is 21. Yes, he's still younger, but Viktor Gyökeres is scoring goals. Before I even go there, let's take a look at the height of Viktor Gyökeres. Viktor Gyökeres' height is 187 centimeters. Basically, this is 5'9", or you can call it 6. Still, that is good height a striker can have. It only means that he can really come in and of course be able to help also on those aerial balls. So he's not badly off in terms of height comparing him to Benjamin Sesko. On the other hand, he's also a right-footed striker. His market value is around 77 million, but you know what? Sporting CP is going to let him go at a fee of around 68 because that is as per what was on the release clause that they got him on the previous contract that they signed. Now, after playing 33 matches on the Liga Portugal, he was able to score 39 goals and has got 7 assists. Now, according to Fortmob's rating, they are giving Viktor Gyökeres a rating of 8.3, which is basically a very good rate. 8.3 out of 10, it means this is a very good player. Now, other attributes of Viktor Gyökeres are, in totality, he was able to score 54 goals. 39 of them were from the Liga Portugal. On the Champions League, he scored 6 goals. On the Taça de Portugal, he scored 5 goals. And of course, Allianz Cup, he scored 4 goals, a total of 54 goals. Now, looking at both of these two players, Viktor Gyökeres was able to win 2 cups. He was able to win the Liga Portugal. He was able to win the, the Taça de Portugal. 2 cups. And at the end of it all, he also won the Golden Boot for, this league, Liga Portugal. Now, looking at these two players, there is quite a number of factors that are being considered on who should come to Arsenal or who should not come to Arsenal. Number one, Mikel Arteta, it looks like his preferential is on Cesco. That is what is being said at the moment. On the other hand, Viktor Gyökeres is looking like he's the preferential or is being preferred by Andrea Beta, our new sporting director. Now, the question is this: who is better between these two players? Who is better between these two people that are making decisions? Mikel Arteta is basically the manager. Is the one that is in charge of the players. Is the one that basically plays the matches with the players. Is the one that understands what he wants. And that is why he's really pushing for Cesco. And basically Arteta is looking at the future. Andrea Beta is looking at immediate results. Aspect number two. At this particular moment, Arsenal needs a striker, a little striker, a striker that can score goals, a striker that can come in and of course be able to give us like 20-25 goals so that you can be able to win either the Champions League, the Premier League, or even the FA and the EFL. Now, Viktor Gyökeres has proven that he can score that. But there is another factor, a very crucial factor. Now, according to Europeans' ratings, it means that Liga Portugal is actually a lower-ranked league as compared to the Bundesliga. So, Arteta probably is looking at the Bundesliga being a upper league, and a player scoring 13 goals, it only means that he's a player that can come in and of course be able to score even on the Premier League because it's as competitive as the La Liga. On the other hand, some people will argue and tell you, yes, Liga Portugal is a lower-ranked league, but still, if you can score on any league, it means you can score anywhere. If you're a good scorer, you can score anywhere. So it's a whole debate and a whole competition between who is going to come to Arsenal. The other thing to look at is that Arsenal does not have any room for making mistakes. If they are signing, and which they must sign a player that will come in and of course be able to work and be able to help Arsenal win caps. Because look, the mistake that Arsenal did, and especially last summer and January, is not signing a player completely. And it only means that Arsenal did not give an opportunity to its team to be able to go and compete and have a chance of winning the Champions League and even these cups that we are competing on. Now, another aspect is this. Mikel Arteta, for me, I feel like this is a make or break season for Mikel Arteta the next coming season. Because if he does not win anything, that's it for him. So if he makes a mistake and brings Sesko, and yet Yokeresa was the better option, trouble on him. Then all of a sudden, fans will start talking about the narrative of him, letting him go, wanting him to go. Because look, and by the way, even before bringing the narrative, it has to be Mikel Arteta must win either a Premier League or a Champions League, because the FA Arsenal has won. The EFL is not as a huge cup. So the only way that Mikel Arteta can be able to redeem himself is by making sure that he's winning actually an EPL or a Champions League. Now, the question that I have to you guys, do you think Viktor Gyökeres is the better option for Arsenal? Do you think Cesco is the better option for Arsenal? What are your thoughts? Talk to me.